My name is Kara Cerveny, and I am here in virtual office hours with you all, and I teach in the biology department, and my research focuses on how eyes and brains grow.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Lalonde. I teach in chemistry. Largely speaking, I am an organic chemist, and so I like to solve problems, both in terms of biological problems, unmet medical needs, as well as just chemistry needs as to how to make new carbon-carbon bonds using organometallic reagents. As you folks know, Reed College is a research-focused small liberal arts school, and so to us in the chemistry and biochemistry departments, that really means that we are focused on teaching our students how to answer research questions really from day one. All of this means that our educational program, our classes, are really driven by teaching students how to do research. One of the, again, big things that really distinguishes Reed from a lot of other schools is our facilities and our instrumentation. So because we're research focused, our faculty are teaching our students how to use our new instrumentation with hands-on use all the time. And so this is our new analytical and biochemistry lab that was renovated just 2 summers ago. And this is actually a picture from our grand opening and our celebration of that renovation. This is our faculty member, Arthur Glassfeld, standing in front of our new single crystal X-ray diffractometer, which allows Arthur and some of his students, like Dorothy, shown here, to figure out the structure of biomolecules, such as proteins and enzymes. What's really cool about these instruments is that all of our students get to use them hands-on in their classes and in their research. So in addition, we've got lots of summer research opportunities. We normally have between 20 and 30 students hired as summer interns to do research with faculty. And these are all supported, they're paid positions by faculty grants or department fellowships, or we have college-wide research funds. Our students also get the opportunity to travel nationwide to present their research at conferences. So we typically send students to our National American Chemical Society meetings. Those happen both in the spring and in the fall. We also have a local American Chemical Society poster session, and typically most of our students go and present there.
So the difference for biology and B&B, the way I talk about it with students, is that biology really likes to understand life at all scales. We encourage our students to take courses that are going to analyze how life works, how life evolves at the molecular level, at the biome level, so we run the gamut that way. B&B really focuses on the biochemical and molecular mechanisms of life. So even though there's a broad basis in our introductory topics in biology courses that we teach, the B&B major really focuses on biochemical and molecular mechanisms and leaves the larger picture to other people. We have a very rigorous curriculum with embedded choice of electives. So there's a foundational core courses in biology. So there's a topics in biology courses 101 and 102 that people take. And this is a picture of some of our lab spaces, and also highlighting the fact that we have biology tutoring that's available every night of the week. So if you are stuck with some statistical analysis that we've asked you to do, or just want to have a study group, there's a space there that is staffed with tutors and also snacks that people come and really form a little community to master biology. I think one of the themes that you should get from both the presentation from me and from Rebecca is that we're all about integrating our research interests in our teaching labs. And so there are many research opportunities woven into courses that are available both during the year, either in courses themselves as independent studies or independent projects, and also during the summer. And of course, thesis, which is actually officially a course, but it never really feels like a class because it's just a really fun time to really delve into one particular research question in a lab. Biology has a real history of securing a number of extramural grants from NSF, NIH, and other foundations to support that research and not only fund materials, but also support students over the summer, in addition to biology fellowships and college-wide fellowships. We also have a science outreach program where Reed students are trained to go into public school classrooms and work with a public school teacher throughout the year to bring science into some of our underserved communities. The other thing that I would like to say is that READ, for me, has been a lot of fun to have sort of this cross-pollination of ideas and talk to people who are political scientists or economists and learn from them and take some of the concepts and ideas that they have and merge them with the way that I think about my own research and my own teaching. This is going to sound so funny. You're going to have the opportunity to fail. You are going to have the opportunity to figure out that, oh, I messed that buffer up wrong, or oh, I meant to pair fish on Wednesday, not Tuesday, because now they're too old for the time I plan to do my experiment. And I think really at the ground level, learning how to think like a scientist is something that we value tremendously here. And so that includes failure. So you're not just simply following a protocol to get a result. Some of that happens, yes, but there's also a lot to be learned from failure and building scientific resilience. I just see in my students the experiences that they have, other courses, in different sessions, in learning how to engage with the primary literature, both in biology and chemistry, but also outside of their discipline, and thinking critically about really important concepts and events is going to change the way they look at the world. And so I think that those two things, that sort of ability to look at the world in this way, and to have that experience of engaging deeply with literature and information, both within your own discipline, but also outside of your discipline, is something that READ values, and these smaller liberal arts schools are really good at. I think we have a bevy of instrumentation that I like to tell my students with my confocal microscope. There's one particular lens that we use a lot for time-lapse microscopy, and I always remind them that it costs more than my car, so just to be careful with it. And they're I think that then they train each other, and I hear them telling the next person, hey, that costs more than Kara's car, which, I don't have a super expensive car, but still, $10,000 for a lens is a big deal. And I think they take a lot of ownership from that fact that, now they know how to use this piece of equipment. A number of my students have gone on to work in research labs at larger institutions, and I always get a note back from the person who hired them saying, wow, I don't really have to train them very much because they're so trained when they came out of your lab.
READ really de-emphasizes grades. And I think that that's wonderful from both a student perspective and a faculty perspective. From the faculty perspective, psychology researchers who study learning and memory have found that if you de-emphasize grades or even remove them entirely, learning and retention of that material actually increases. And so that means that by de-emphasizing grades, our students are really focused on learning and understanding the material and being able to apply it, for instance, to a research scenario and a research question.
In biology, we do the same thing about giving lots of feedback and written comments. And the one thing that many of us do is encourage students by having mandatory office hours at the very beginning, so that students really start to know that my door is open. When I say that I'm going to be in my office and there to talk about things or work through problem sets, whatever it may be, that I'm really there and I want to meet them where they are and get them to where they need to be.